doing? In the corner of my eye, this is like someone's tied you in the chair. You're trying to get out.
Oh dear. All right, cool. This is another episode of Sneaky Peeks. I'm Obi.
And I'm Biz. So first release, the originals were first released in 1998, but today we'll be reviewing the hybrid version. These are the Nike Air Tune 1 97 Lab Hybrid.
Okay. On these trainers.
So the originals were first, as I said, were first released in 1998, and they were actually designed as running shoes. They were designed by Sean McDowell. I hope I've got that right. Sean McDowell. So he designed the TNs. So we called them TNs, but they were actually called Nike Air Max Plus. So when they were first designed, I don't know if you guys can remember. I don't know if you remember, Obi. They faded from light blue to dark blue, and these actually represented the Florida skies after sunset or during sunset. And the waves on the trainers actually represent palm trees.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that, to be honest. That's new. That's like a fun fact for today.
Yeah. And there's another fun fact. If you look on the original TNs, which we'll put up on the screen, he actually put on, it looks like it's a whale that's dived into the sea and it's just got its tail sticking out. And that's actually on purpose. He actually did that on purpose because of where he lived in Florida.
Well, was there whales in Florida?
Yes. I've never seen any whales when I've been, but yeah, I'm sure there are some.
Nah, but we can understand what they were trying to do.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah, I've seen killer whales. I have seen killer whales in Florida. Comment below. Let us know if that's a fact or not.
The tuned or the TNs. I remember when they first came out. I was in university, so that's quite a while ago. I was in university when they first came out. One of my boys bought them, and I thought that training was. It just looked really, really good. It was definitely different from all the rest of them. So the original ones with the blue that fades into the yellow, I just thought that was an amazing trainer. I had to have it. I remember I had to have it. So this is a trainer that brought back fun memories, the TNs. We used to call it the TNs, not tune. We used to call it the TNs. But the TN stands for tuned.
Just touching on your point of the tuned air, I'm just going to read out something for you. The tuned air unit featured what Nike called hemispheres, solid half spheres inserted into the sole and air unit, which allowed them to reduce pressure in the heel while increasing cushioning at the forefoot.
I just like the trainer. It's big, but that was all good. And that type of thinking, fair enough. That shows that they put a lot into this trainer. But to be honest, I looked at it and I thought, whoa, it's a good looking trainer.
And that's the thing. Like looking back, there was a lot of hype around the trainer. And obviously we didn't see what they put into it, but even Sean said when he designed them and they showed them to school kids, to university kids, all of them were like gathering up because they went out to kind of do research to get people's opinion on them. And when they showed kids the prototype, all of them were kind of running around him like, whoa, what are these? I want a pair. When are they coming out? So there was a big hype right from the beginning for these trainers.
That's exactly how I felt when I first saw them. It was literally, whoa, what are they? I had to stop the brother, even though he's my brother, and I said, when did you get these? I didn't even know they were out. So yeah, they're big trainers. The originals. The
I didn't
orig-
get my first pair till 2003.
These are the originals. I'm gonna keep saying that they're originals.
Yeah, the originals. Yeah, the originals.
But we're gonna talk about these ones.
So these hybrids are crossed between TNs and 97 Air Max. And so as I mentioned, um, these hybrids were originally running trainers. And what I like about them, the bit I do like about them, they're very light, which is obviously would be good for running shoes. So they're very light. They're made up of several materials: leather, textile, and synthetic.
These are like the two godfathers of night trainers. You know, the two OGs.
What I like about them, they've kept to the originals in terms of the night tick. On the back, they have the hexagon TN, the standard hexagon TN logo. It still has that on there. Um, it has an EVA midsole, rubber outer sole. It also has a visible tuned air element.
So this is meant to improve your heel to toe when you're running in your running stride.
So I'll be honest, when I first bought them, I was very happy. I got them from Foot Locker. Saw them on the shelf, grabbed them, bought them, with no hesitation. But got them home. I can't remember what I first wore them with. Wore them out. I wasn't that happy. I don't know. It's just I'll just put them up one more time. I just think the original soles of the TNs, it matches a lot better than the hybrid 97 Air Max soles. It just doesn't quite go together. It looks out of place, and I think that's probably why we haven't seen them release any more since.
So I just find these trainers odd, to be honest. The two trainers as an entity, the TNs and the 97s, I have both of them in my collection. Both of them, I really appreciate how good they are in terms of the way they look, the way they fit, the way I feel, all that. I find that's this trainer boosts my confidence when I wear them out. But these trainers, for some reason, I feel that they don't gel. They're just not right. There's something about the TN and the 97 sole that just doesn't gel. So for me, I don't really like it. It didn't do anything. It didn't float my boat at all. And I did see them when they first came out, but that was something that I kind of scrolled right over.
Yeah, and I think when the Vapor Max hybrid bottoms came out, I'll be honest, I quite like those, and I'm still tempted to get the all black ones, the TN tops with the Vapor Max bottoms. I think they go a little bit better, and they're almost like the original soles, but a future version, if that makes sense, where it's less material around the air bubble and more air bubble on show. So I think that works a little bit better with the Vapor Max soles.
I think you're right. The Vapor Max sole works better with the TN slightly, but for me, again, this is another trainer which I thought the TN itself is such a slick design, and the sole for the TNs was so slick that I appreciated it. It was almost like they shouldn't have touched it. They shouldn't have tried to do anything with it. However, in the UK, the Vapor Max Plus, which is the TN with the Vapor Max soles, sold quite well. I mean, it was very popular. It was very popular. I think 2018, very popular.
I think one of the reasons maybe why they've tried to do different hybrids is because they ran out of colorways. Because you can get them in so many colorways, and it was one of the first TNs were one of the first trainers to try the faded effect, the gradient where it fades from one color to another. And funny enough, when they first had the concept, they weren't sure what material would work to actually get that faded color. So they had to try, I think it was about 15 different prototypes before they actually found one where they could find the correct material which would allow them to fade from one color to another. I bought these for £150 in Foot Locker. They're not on sale anymore, but they did go down to £70. I'd buy. I would say buy true to size or half a size bigger. So if you're a size 9, buy 9.5. If you're a size 10, buy 10.5.
So the price is a reasonable price, and for these collaborations, Nike usually price them at that range. But nah, I wouldn't buy them. 150. Biz man, what are you doing?
I know. Since we're going there, let's just go straight to couple drop. Drop.
My sentiments exactly. For me, that's a definite drop.
So just to conclude, I think the TN should be left alone. As I said, I might go for the Vapor Max, but other than that, just leave them how they are. Try a few more different colorways. But the TNs will be around for a long, long time. They're not going anywhere.
I agree. Let us know what you think about these. We think it's a flop. Obviously, Biz lost his mind when he was parting with that cash. For me, Nike, this one didn't work.
Thanks for watching Sneaky Peeks. I've been Biz.
I've been Obi. Please comment, share, like, subscribe. That sounds all back to front, but we're trying to catch you up. So please subscribe. Thank you for watching. We're out.
Peace.